Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now, your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, episode 167. Hi, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode. You are listening to Friday Fundamentals. Well, hey, if you haven't yet, please go over and leave a rating and review on whichever platform you're listening on. With that, let's jump into this week's Friday Fundamental. This week's Friday Fundamental is vision and goals. You know, one of my favorite things to talk about here on the show. With the new year approaching comes New Year's resolutions. It's tradition to take on the new year with aspirations of improvement. From health and exercise to hobbies, finances, jobs, vacations, etc., people make plans to develop new habits and change their lifestyles. The new year represents a time for people to form half-hearted plans to radically change their lives. The problem with New Year's resolutions is they are pinned to an arbitrary date, January 1st. Now, sure, that date is significant as it starts the new calendar year, but other than that, what does it have to do with your lifestyle and habits? The answer, or my answer, is nothing, really. That's why so many people find themselves back to their old ways by February. Now, unfortunately, many New Year's resolutions are short-lived and often produce little to no results. I know, because just like everyone else, I've set New Year's resolutions only to let them fizzle away. To those who have set New Year's resolutions and stuck with them, congrats to you. You are certainly in the minority and your efforts should be applauded. Now, to everyone else, I don't mean to come down hard on New Year's resolutions. At the very least, they are better than doing nothing to try to improve yourself. But in my opinion, there's a much better way to work on your self-improvement if that's what you want. Rather than setting New Year's resolutions, I think it's important to set both long-term and short-term goals anchored by your vision. Your vision is the anchor here, not January 1st. Step 1, develop a vision. Your vision is just as it sounds, literally. It's your vision for how you want your life to be. From work-life balance to family, finances, hobbies, lifestyle, travel, etc., you should visualize as specific as possible what you want your life to look like. Some questions you could ask yourself include, how much time do I want to spend working? How much time do I want to spend with family? How much income will I need to live the life I want? What ways do I want to spend my free time? And what things are important to me that I'd like to spend more energy doing? These are all questions that will help you determine your vision. From there, you can create some goals that will drive you to that vision. For example, if you want to spend 3 months per year vacationing with your family completely unplugged from work, then you need to identify some goals that will get you to that point. You might find that you need, let's say, $10,000 per month in earnings for 9 months per year so that you can afford that lifestyle. Great, now we're making some real progress here. Now you can see how this anchor is much stronger than an arbitrary calendar date. If you have emotions and a dream tied to your daily tasks, then you are more likely to stick with those and actually realize results. Once you have your vision crafted, it's time to identify some goals. Having long-term goals are great. They give you something to strive towards, something to look forward to and work for. Short-term goals are just as important because they're the stepping stones to your long-term goals. You can't set and forget a long-term goal and expect to achieve it, quote-unquote, one day. Rather, break that long-term goal into smaller, attainable actions. I like to start with a decade out and identify some goals there. Then I break those goals into annual goals, and then the annual goals into weekly steps. This approach takes a large goal and breaks it into attainable, small actions. When you take this path towards a goal setting versus New Year's resolutions, it's easy to see why you have a better chance of actually sticking with a plan and realizing improvement day after day, week after week, year after year. It's okay to change your goals as you go. After all, you won't be the same person in a year as you are today, especially when you are on an upward path of self-improvement like you will be. But don't let some arbitrary calendar date limit you from starting or changing your path today. Don't wait until January 1st or when you have quote-unquote more time or the dreaded someday. Start now. There's no better time. So give some thought to your vision. Build some goals around that vision and start taking action. Soon enough, you'll look back at your journey and realize how far you've come. Well, hey, that wraps up this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. I really hope you're getting value from these Friday Fundamentals and, of course, our weekly guest interviews. If you like what you heard or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me at www.jacobayers.com. Till next week, engineer the lifestyle you want.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.